Hey guys, how's it going? It's me Miyogi and welcome to Import Tuner Challenge. Now, among all the Genki games that I have played, a lot of them were on the Sony PlayStation. It's safe for me to admit that this is the first ever TXR or Shutokou Battle or Genki game, for that matter, that I am absolutely, completely clueless on. That's right, this is going to be a blind playthrough. Now, when it comes to Wanderers, I may need to resort to a guide. That's an absolute given. Given the nature of most Genki games, I would end up reaching a point where I would need to resort to a guide for certain Wanderers. But for the most part, I am entering this game blind. So, unlike its predecessors, Kaido Battle, C1 Grand Prix, TXR, aka Shutokou Battle, when I boot up this game, there is no unique and thought-provokingly a memorable opening. It's like as soon as we load up the Ubisoft logo, it jumps straight to the title screen. And that got me initially baffled. So, I already pre-continued this because I was working on testing this out. By the way, shout out to fellow YouTuber Kingdom12 who provided a fix to the dreaded black screen of death, which kind of plagues a lot of Xenia emulator users, preventing them from even playing this game to begin with. I know it was dated like this year of April where the permanent fix was made, but I know it was a member of his community, so I'll have to give proper thanks where thanks is due. So thank you to Kingdom12 for showing it to a lot of people and for providing the patch itself. And with that out of the way, let us actually begin. Yes, I did say I did preload this, so I had a pre-started vehicle, but I have not touched the career mode yet. So we're gonna do this properly, and we're gonna start off properly. So even there, no opening cinematic that happens right off the bat. You're just thrown immediately to the car shop, where you are given the option to select which vehicle you would be maining for this playthrough. Now, unlike what I did on my TXR playthrough, I am not, and I repeat, I am not going to do a single car playthrough minus Wanderer specific cars. This one, I would actually tie it into the lore of my web novel, which started around in the 2010s. If you were a member of WM Expressway Forums or idforums.net, I was a bit notorious there when I started Speedo no Densetsu, and the prelude to the entire franchise, which is Mugen Akiyama Chronicles. And we've already technically done the Mugen arc, thanks to TXR3. So this one, it's a bit of a interlude between that and what I just wrote down. It ended up just as a script. I could produce it anytime, but unfortunately I do not have the time for it. Fujin Tsuchiya Chronicles. So by those names alone, I have the option to go for a 2-car career progression, which is Daiki's 350Z and Seiji's Land Evo. Now, why did I mention Daiki's Z specifically? You see that our cap here at the start is 3 million credit points, and the 350Z is under 2 million credit points, making it one of the better starter cars in this lineup. Now, for cars such as the 180SX, the Mazda RX-8, you're given even more leeway in terms of budgeting, where you could invest them on tuning upgrades. Whereas the 350Z is a bit on the borderline side, so I could go with the 180, the RX-8, the 350Z, or the Sylvia, or even the Aristo, Crown, or the A70 Supra. And by the way, apologies for the poppy you're hearing in the background. There is no war. This was recorded on New Year's Eve. I'm maximizing how I want to do this. So again, I already started the career mode with the 350Z, but for the sake of this prologue, we are going to start things off with the RX-8. And every one of y'all know who I am referring to when I made said RX-8. Oh yeah, this is a bit of a thing. Unlike the Shutokou battles of the PlayStation era, when this got ported to the X360 under the hands of Ubisoft, they kinda Americanized certain features and aspects of this game. That was cringe. That was a bad move. Who approved of it? How can you say that you're in Tokyo when you have an Americanized license plate? So you cannot do a genuine license plate anymore other than change the region and the region numbers on the upper center. Nor there is a divider or a character on the far side. So for you to do a genuine plate number, well, closest you could get for balance wise is the initial D1. Or we could do the MF Ghost route, which is basically that, and there. I believe you know what 1200 means, and you know what kind of character am I going to build for this prologue. And this is where we get introduced to the lore. So it starts with King Speed. He disappeared from the metro without warning. No one knows where he went. Who will claim his title, that of the fastest? The way lies open. The Iron Beasts are awakening. Alright, so it's your traditional TXR style of narrative, and it's still obscure to this day. Well, then again, this was made at the same year as C1 Grand Prix for the PS2 was made. And we got thrown straight into a match against a V35 Skyline. Unknown name, by the way. So, no tutorial whatsoever. We just get thrown straight into a race against whoever this guy is. So, if you picked anything that is not the 350Z, you will initially, I say with the greatest thought, initially struggle against said V35 Skyline. Also, the physics are a bit on the arcade side, but if you also look closely on the fidelity of the map, this is sharing the same graphics engine as that of Wangan Midnight for the PlayStation 3. And that explains why we do not have TXR for the PS3. Oh, so this is Iwasaki. So for those who are not familiar with the lore, because they kinda skip it or call it cringe right off the bat without understanding it, Iwasaki here is none other than Motoya Iwasaki, aka Speed King, aka Jintei. So, good race. I haven't been that excited in a good long while. Now let me guess what you're thinking about. You want to be the king of the hill on the metro, I'm right, aren't I? Everybody who races these roads thinks that way, more or less. Hardly anyone ever actually makes it, though. So if you're serious about it, start by taking over the C1 loop. Bloodhound, Midnight Cinderella, and Platinum Prince are considered the fastest racers on the C1. Take them down, and you will be the de facto master there. And you might just run across them, if you got what it takes. And if you don't, well, then that just means you're another run-of-the-mill street racer. That's all. So, taking a bit of pages from Kaido Battle's book, so that you, the player, get to interact with the characters other than simply read bios and call it a day, they formatted it the same way as that of Kaido Battle, where we get to quote-unquote talk to them. But of course, their faces are still, well, faceless. And yeah, like I said earlier when I said I was pre-building, this is the card that I built on. It's Daiki's 350Z with the Ignis long nose front bumper. So okay, yeah. Earlier I went with the MF Ghost plate number. This one I went back to the initial D style plate number. And I got it pre-upgraded to 318 horsepower, which originally started at 296. And I know what you guys may be thinking. Yogi, this is a Shutokou battle game. Obviously, there's going to be a rival that would entail you to mess with your plate number. And yes, I agree with that. But before we even get to the Wanderers, we need to go through the mechanics of this game in general. So, when you go into quest mode, when you start to cruise around, you have an option between 3 time cycles: night, midnight, and daybreak. So, night before midnight is between 7 to 11:59. Midnight is obviously midnight. And I guess to 2 p.m. or 3 p.m. 3 a.m. 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. And then 3:01 to 5:59 or 4:59 is daybreak. So it's night is the time of day when street racers come out. Comparatively busy time of day with dazzling neon lights and cars driving along the highway. So the game is also telling us that the time of the day would also dictate probably the kind of rivals you will face and maybe the level of traffic? A quiet time of day to race with fewer racers wrapped in a sense of quiet before the morning rush. Yeah, basically. If we are to shorten that in ChatGPT terms, this is where people just come out, this is where everyone is out, and this is where people are just about to leave. So we'll do it in chronological order. And we gain access to all the parking maps here. And it also dictates on the route. So as you can see there by the arrow. So we have Kandabashi, Ginza, Shibakoen, Kasumi Gaseki, and Shiodome. I keep calling this Shidome, I don't know why. So for this, we shall start at Ginza. And in proper Genki fashion, we will start with the inner loop. Shift assist is basically turning on is automatic, turning off is manual. The quickening, a new generation. So these may be the area bosses. So we got Bloodhound. The clock, it's obviously Cindy Senpai. Hot take! I do not like her livery design here. I prefer her TXR3 style. So Cinderella obviously gets midnight, and then daybreak we get White Charisma. Platinum Prince? I thought you're in an FC, my guy. What happened? So Platinum Prince takes the inner loop, while the other two take the outer loop. Alright, then in classic Genki fashion, obviously we're gonna be starting off against Rolling Guys. Bro, you better not crash. Okay, good, he's not. Alright, so we'll see how many rivals we can actually dominate here in the inner loop before we go to the parking or take a breather. Obviously, the Rolling Guys are the easiest bunch, and this is a bit like a reboot of Zero than it is a continuity of TXR3. Because remember, in TXR3, we gain access to Osaka and Nagoya. While here, we're stuck in Tokyo. Alright, so it's just a straight road followed by a turn right. A bit of a time skip when we get to Edo, to the next guy right there at Kanda. Alright, I can see our next rival up ahead, according to our map. It's another Hachiroku. And this time it's the Levin. Given as well that the graphical fidelity is the same engine used by Wangan Midnight PS3, I think it's also quite safe to say that the physics engine is a bit similar. Like, I cannot brake too much because my car will lock up. And the handling is a bit on the twitchy side. So it's not like the physics of TXR3 where it is a proper SimKD setup. This one is like pure arcade when it comes to physics engines. Oh, there we go. There's the understeer. I take it all back. So hopefully we get to the next guy by Asakasa Strait. What I do like though is the fact that the traffic is more varied this time around. So this one is an S15, not a rolling guy, that's for sure. Digital Killer. So in terms of performance, we are now on equal ground against an S15, I think. But hopefully in old Genki fashion, they would still suck at corners. Oh, miraculously, because it's a new gaming engine. Never mind. I would say it's because it's a new gaming engine. They fixed the physics. The AI controls reactions. Apparently, that is not the case. The game does feel a bit wider this time around, though. Alright, so we got two teams that we have raced against, and I believe there are... Is there a way for me to check the map bigger? No? Just this way? Okay. And it is another team, Speed Planet, Eternal Student. Oh, and the parking areas are marked with PA on the side. That's a good touch, so that you would know what's a parking area and what is not. Yeah, I'm expecting the audio to be popping like wildfire up. Where do you go? Oh, there he is. And I do believe I see two more up ahead. One is at Kanda, the other one just entered Edo. Because it's already 12 o'clock on the dot at the time of this recording, so... Akimashite omedetou gozaimasu, minasan. Also, this is one thing that is kinda new to the franchise. In-car camera. No steering wheel though. So for those who actually have a wheel rig, oh my god, I thought I died. For those who have a wheel rig, you could connect your wheel rig to this, even if it's an emulator, and you can even have a more in-depth an experience with this Genki title. God! Another Speed Planet on the 180. Okay, making sure he doesn't give way. They do not crash to the AI like they used to. They do not crash into traffic. They deliberately slow down like proper citizens. So while Clapper needs to start clapping for mercy. God. That's what happens when you have traction control off. Okay, I believe I'm seeing there at Kitan. Inside Kasumi Gaseki would probably our last rival for this session, and maybe I'll go to the PA to try to explore things a bit more, because I know there is a parking area gimmick in this game. Like, it's not like in past TXR titles. Like I said, it takes some pages out of Shutokou Battle and Kaido Battle combined. So the formula is still Shutokou Battle, but the parts of Kaido Battle, the character interactions, meeting them in parking areas, those are lifted from the Kaido Battle series to make it a bit more unique. And it's not like the same fleshed out. It's not like it's the same formula just rehashed with better graphical fidelity. No. This has to be an 8.6. Okay, nice. Rolling guy number 3. See, right there. When they're kind of close and you are neck to neck, they are obligated to slow down. They're not as dumb as how they were back in the day. Also, because of the the physics difference of this compared to past titles, I can actually take these areas on without breaking much. Some parts I still obligate myself to break for obvious reasons. Okay, so I believe that's everyone. We can return to the garage, but I am going to make my way to the nearest parking lot. So, and I think I am made to believe that the next parking It's a war, but not really, guys. Do not be alarmed. I'm not dying. Yet. The fireworks are just very, very near at this hour. I can see the parking area. We're heading in. Okay, on that note, I think my street's already done popping their balloons, popping their bubbles, popping whatever. So here we are introduced to the parking area where we get some more character interactions with the rest of the cast of TXR. So, you want something? Yeah, people call me Bloodhound. I'm considered the fastest racer in the C1 loop at this time of the night or something. What's that? You want to race me? Knock it off. I'm in no mood for jokes. I mean, you can't mean it. I'm not getting any vibes off your car. I got things to do, whatever you may think. I haven't got time to waste giving driving lessons to newbies. But if you're serious, show me what you can do. You know how, right? Alright, so you have to pay attention when you are talking to these characters because some of them could tend to drop some hints. So here, on the information section, we can talk to the people in the parking area and collect info or intel. So all these guys, whether or not they are racers or not, you get to talk to them. You get to interact with them. Some have cool names, some don't. But the case in point here is that communication is key. Changing Stage is kind of an oddball team. It's made up of editors of car magazines. So they know lots about driving theory, but aren't really that good behind the wheel. Probably because word keeps them from actually getting out on the road, pretty much. I heard they're also well informed about the state of the metro, as well as the various racing teams that are active there. Alright, so this guy is giving us bios on changing names of one of the teams that I think the S15 was part of that team, so we encountered them already.
There used to be a gang called the 13 Knights. They went around trying to take down whoever was supposed to be the fastest driver at any given time. Rumor even has it that Bloodhound, who's supposed to be the fastest in the C1 loop by night nowadays, was part of that gang back in the day.
Wait, so they went from 13 devils to 13 knights? What, did they meet Jesus and got an epiphany?
So he might come after if you prove your stuff in the C1 loop by night. There's no telling.
Kosaku Takemura. This looks like a rich guy. It excludes luxury, the sort of thing that a VIP would drive, and it's sporty at the same time. The dual aspect of the Aristo drew me like a magnet. The exterior says old world style at a glance. It's flexible, it'll lift in for any use you might have for it. In my case, it's all about the sense of luxury. It just exudes maturity, don't you say? And yet, under the hood, it's been customized to put a better than 400 metric horsepower with ease. And that's where the Aristo really shines. Okay. Guy who seemed troubled. Bro, do you have a name? Oh! I can't do it! I still don't have the courage to get into the race. Once again, I'm just going to watch it go by. Okay, so it's just... Alright. Tero Yamaguchi.
Man, that really burns me up. Oh, sorry, I'm not talking about you. Listen to this. I was in a race the other day, and just when I was about to win, another car in the opposite team got into the act. 2 against 1, you know? I mean, that's just dirty pool. You better watch out for cheaters like that too. You'll never know when they'll turn up next.
Bro, I've played TXR3. I expect this to happen.
Hey, my gas tank's dry as a bone. Might as well go home. I haven't got any money to buy more gas.
Okay, so that's useless intel. So, safe to say, not all the information you're gathering from these guys are helpful. Some are just, how can I say this, filler dialogue.
You know about the racing team that claims the C1 stretch of the metro as its turf? They race in both directions, so you can pick the one that you like best when you race them.
Okay, so there's a team that goes in inner loop and outer loop.
What handle are you going by currently?
I don't speak your lingo, kid.
That's pretty cool. You see, handles are how about the fans and other racers tell you what to think of you. So if you don't like your current handle, you might try a different approach to racing, or improve on your driving technique. Basically, the point is to strive to get people to call you by a really sharp handle.
So, handles are technically your bad name. Remember that gimmick in TXR3 on our last playthrough? Also, I'm gonna check here on the settings. So, you can change the settings of your car here. From ABS, traction... You know what? I'm putting traction control 1. Hopefully, that fixes my brakes. You cannot do anything for your game system, and you do not get to save here. Just like to let you know. PA battle. Yo! This guy! I know you're a wanderer, dude, but you come out on level 1! Lonely Wolf. Isn't this Night Wolf?
You still don't have enough experience. Go do some more real world racing. Then come back, talk to me.
Okay, so these guys stay. Alright. SP battle, changing stage. Oh no, it's not changing names. It's changing stage. Wait a minute. No, not you. Changing stage. Okay, I remembered wrong. I forgot. It's changing stage. Yeah. They were not on the wrong. I was in the wrong. Team member, perfect beginner, and then S15 Sylvia, and then another changing stage member, Sweet Monster. Alright, so you can challenge rivals in the parking area like classic Kaido battle style.
I figured out your car's weakness. Prepare for a beatdown of epic proportions.
Dude, I just got here. Some of these guys are weird. So you also get to race against people from the parking area, and you both come out from the PA. Unfortunately for this guy, I have a twin plate clutch already installed in this. Oh crap! Oh no, wait, no. I was right. Why did I panic? Why did I panic? You cannot be a beginner and call yourself perfect. Come on, my guy. I find your handle sus. Okay, so I'm still hitting the walls. I'm still understeering. So it's more on the car than on the driving aids. Ooh, nice. Okay, so our multiplier gets carried over when we are in the parking area. That's cool.
I don't get it. I thought this was in the bag.
Yeah, well, you've thought wrong, kid. Go home. Oh, I guess you're staying.
I've scoped out your car. I've got it all figured out this time.
No, you don't.
Alright, I got me an exclusive. If I take you down, the editor-in-chief will have to give me more props.
Wait, is this supposed to be a dude? No, it has to be a chick. Sweet monster. It's in the name. Okay, there's gonna be a problem for me when I dub these guys. So it's good to know that my Like a Dragon and Yakuza dubs have a purpose this time around. Then again, I did not overutilize how I handled my Kaido Battle live streams. Then again, the Kaido Battle one is... I played it before, so it's kind of boring on my book. Well, the early stages are kind of boring. But once we get to Zao, that's where the good stuff happens in Kaido Battle. Not this time around. And maybe I might return to that either as a live stream or... yeah, most likely it's gonna be a live stream. But I'll need to turn off the music and replace it with something more palatable.
Oh, come on! This can't be happening! Don't tell the editor-in-chief that I lost, okay?
What? You're giving me hush money to... No. Now can I fight you? Still left... Oh, come on! Yeah, so the thing with Wanderers is, at least this time around, they tell you what you lack. Oh, if we return to the garage, we can end the day here from the parking area. Leave the PA and head for the course. So, do we have an option? Or we don't? I believe we do not have an option. Okay. So, safe to say that I have already ate up all of the rivals in this area. Oh, game config. Yeah, when it comes to the game configurations, we cannot change the miles to kilometers, unfortunately. So we are still Tokyo Greenhorn as our bad name. Our handle, as how the young ones call it. And I will actually continue to modify the Z. We've seen that we're struggling at certain parts. Yo, just for that small amount of power up. By the way, no nitro in this playthrough. That's my golden rule. Right, so we're gonna go out on another day. You know what would be good? if they took a page out of C1 Grand Prix and tell you if you have certain rivals that you have not beaten yet, rather than go into the places blind. So rolling guys, changing stage, Speed Planet, Moe. Wait, Moe only has 3? And 2 bosses. One is Bloodhound. This car's unknown, but that's obviously an Aristo based on the silhouette. And Wanderers, we got Garage Haruho,
Who's in a Supra?
and Lonely Wolf. Profile dictates nothing. Profile dictates nothing. So that's kind of a bust. So any rivals with green X's, we have already beaten them, while any guys with blue X's, we have not. So this one, C1, nighttime. So I believe we're gonna stay at nighttime until we clear out certain teams. I love these Hachirokus for the fact that they're well designed. Well, not specifically the livery on the side or the colors, but rather the parts installed. It's clean. It's tame. So this is a good way to change it up. So, okay. Hopefully rolling guys would be able to come out properly. And like in traditional TXR fashion, your multiplier resets as soon as you get out of the day. Okay, so more changing stage. We got a pink S15 now. Bro, do not crash. Okay, good. At least the AI is not as dumb as how they were back in the day. But I will admit, this guy's a little faster than your last S15. Yo, is that construction? Sorry, I got curious if you could actually push them to the construction road. Or if it's like a hard... bit of a hard collision item. Yeah, I'm not a bit of a fan of these driving physics. I prefer the old generation one. But then again, TXR3 screams understeer. So I wouldn't want too much of TXR3. Maybe a balance of these two. C1 Grand Prix had the best physics engine though. A little bit on the floaty side, but still good. Likeable, tameable. This one, for me, not so much. So it's more of an eye candy thing for me here. So next one on my list of purchases would obviously be the tires. Alright, next dude. Give me rolling guy. Please! Speed Planet now, slow starter. But their 180 seems to accelerate much better than my Z. Maybe because it's light with more power upgrades? I just realized I'm performing this way in stock tires. What am I, suicidal? Okay, this next guy better be a Hachiroku. So you got one Hachiroku left and rolling guy 1 appears. Okay, good. Okay, so this one guarantees a Hachiroku is gonna come out next. I mean, the team leader is gonna come out next. Kinda shameful for me to see my 350Z barely out-accelerate AE86. I just do not like all these brandings all across all the walls of the expressway. I know it's kind of like a throwback to C1 Grand Prix, but it's kind of ruining the immersion. Okay, time to get to our first boss battle. Rolling guy. Yep, that is the same 8.6 that is in Wanged Minute PS3. Yeah, I might have some problems. He can out-accelerate me, so I just have to out-corner him like I always do. Also, by the way, there are only 3 views here. Chase cam and... let's say this, chase cam, bumper, and interior. Yep. Traditional TXR fashion. They are strong on straights, weak on corners. Why does that formula never cease to unimpress me? And with that, we have cleared the rolling guys. I mean, I could go around and pick up that one person we missed out. Or turn around and go inside the Ginza parking like an ass. I think that is a durable roadblock. So certain parts of the road can be blocked off like that. And that would pose a bit of a challenge. That reminds me of Maximum Tune 2. That one chapter in chapter 45 against the Devil Z and Blackbird. Okay, I'm seeing another 180. Who do we fight off against this time? So more speed What? Hello? Instant coffee 3 in 1? Ow! No, I know there's a 2v1, but a 3 in 1? I know. You don't have to tell me twice, game. Get out. This beep is annoying. The beep should not be there when I am in the lead. Okay, at least red points down. I was expecting a Nescafe 3 in 1 against the remaining rolling guys, not with Speed Planet. Oh, Jesus Christ, that 180 is chasing. I need more power, baby. Okay, they're all down. What in doohickey was that? At least they gave me $1 million for that. I gotta go home. Just for even here the bad names are ass. Custom car rolling guy 1 has become available. What? The sticker rolling guy has become available. Okay, but first, bumping you to 345 would eat up my entire bank account. I'll do this on levels. By the way, nice touch on building up the 3D model of the engine, even if I know like that header is a image texture. And tires, give me, or just level 1. I could have gone with hard tires. Suitable for long drives, well balanced. Suited for short battles. You know what? I'll go with mediums. Alright, and where else can I invest? Body tune? Oh, for the love of! Alright, one last course in session. So we are now on day 4. And I'll still stick to the inside before we go to the outside. I'ma clean this plate and not make chop suey. You know, I could be an ass and push him to a divider, right? Yeah, that's right. Puss out. I mean, wuss out. Balls out. Yeah, with how the map's laid out, it's kind of easier now to navigate. At least I don't need to worry about them vitzes, unlike in the past game. Because this time we have dedicated traffic cars. Alright, just 1, 2 more, and we're good with the inner. Another S15, another chasing stage guy. It's a C West S15. I wonder though, is there a slipstream mechanic in this? Maybe at a certain point, maybe the game is encouraging me to move to the outer loop once they start getting a wee bit faster than normal. God, oh, that was a nice save. I'd rather grind the side than go face first into them. Okay, I believe this next one is the last rival on this list. Might as well take him out. Ah, 180. From speed. You know the fact that we had a Nescafe 3-in-1 against Speed Planet earlier? I expect after this guy is the boss. I mean the team leader. He has a Type 2 front bumper with a Type 3 rear, full body. I know that's a Type 3, but still. Skill issue? Ferocious Azeroth. I'm honestly not paying attention to these new guys, alright? To be fair. I'm focusing on trying to not crash. I'm slowly but surely getting faster. In all honesty. Ah! At least I'm not getting magnetized to the walls, unlike in past games. Alright, I expect team leader to show up after this. Called it. Team leader is in a 180SX. A Type 2. With over fenders. And we start off at Ginza. What's with you? Why are you so slow? You have to brake check me, you dick! There's always the junctions where I gain an advantage. It's always like this in the early game. The fact that he's catching up before the next corner, this is turning out to be a really cool looking replay. You know what? I'm gonna check out the replay feature after this race. Wow, he has a chunky HP bar, that's for sure. Oh god! That dude was in the middle! I just realized as well on the UI, there is no split time. Okay, there we go. Yeah, you know what? Let us check out that replay. And I know we could save the replay as well, but still. Is it me, or do the cars look so small in comparison to the area? Okay, you see, right here, I know that's a Ubisoft thing for the North American market, but I personally do not like nighttime piss filter in my replay. Nor oversaturated. Nor black and white. I've actually double checked on the Japanese version of this, Shutokou Battle X, and they do not have this on the replay feature. Who thought of that? Who thought of putting these filters on was a good idea? Oh, that's a nice camera angle. Yeah, to be honest, this is what Genki is best at. When you look at your run in replay, you feel like you're really going fast. Unlike when you play in the normal game. Not to mention, their selection of dynamic camera angles is just chef's kiss. This was actually a bit of a long run, I would have to admit. And that's where it got cut. Anyone left? I guess I'm going home. 5 days in and speed plan that has become available. So I'll have to check the rival list again. So Ah! What? Okay, so some teams exclusively stay in the parking lot. That's kinda unique. Hey, I see an old face here, Twister. So rolling guys are all done. So if there's a highlight, it means we have already beaten them. Changing stage. Oh! Fantastic Phoenix is wait. Ah! So the boss guy is in the parking area. Alright. Then Moe is at Kiyobashi parking area. You know what? I'm gonna do everyone here a favor and actually, you know, finish this off. Which means I'ma pull a guide. Okay, so unfortunately, these rivals here currently we cannot race. So, according to the guide that I just pulled up, Haruho Garage requires us a full tune vehicle, while Lonely Wolf here requires us to win 100 race battles. And the Wanderers in Midnight, we have Silent Barbarian, rival number 314. Why are you not here? Oh, there we go. Silent Barbarian requires a 4-door luxury sedan, so it's a VIP. And Rolling Master requires us to use Rolling Guy 1. Sukomi Breaker must have... Ew! So this is... Okay, so this is a post-race guy. Cutie Hip, no spoiler. As with her original. So unfortunately, at this time of part 1, we cannot beat any Wanderers. So the closest we could do is we go to the parking lot, beat this one, and then go to Kiyobashi, beat this street. You know what? We'll start at Kiyobashi parking area. I take it back. You know what? Before that, I will have to modify my car. Okay, after that session, I am once again officially broke. And we need to go to Kiyobashi. And for Kiyobashi, we need to beat... Oh wait, before that, we need to go over these guys. So, Kasai.
Speed Planet formed the College Car Club, which explains the low average age. Their youth is their biggest advantage. On the other hand, they're seriously lacking in funds for tuning their engines compared to other racing teams. Another problem is the apparent disparity in driving ability among their members.
Okay, so that's good intel. Wait, aren't you... I forgot the voice I gave you.
There aren't as many guys racing in the Metro ones constantly as there used to be. We keep getting new racing teams popping up all the time. In that sense, the rolling guys are really something, even if they aren't very good.
Oh, sweet monster, I remember you.
Oh no, I screwed up at work again. The editor chief's gonna be mad at me. I know I'll go street racing to make myself feel better. Oh wait, the editor-in-chief races on the Metro Expressway a lot too.
Well, so much for that idea.
Word has it that there's a racing team in the Metro that's made up entirely of electronic game developers. I'd be lying if I said I didn't want to race on that team. But I love my 8.6 and this team I'm on that much more.
Digital Killer.
Hey, computers are too hard to figure out these days. The IT revolution hasn't done much to lower the barriers to entry to people who aren't computer experts, like me.
I believe some of these guys I already raced against them.
I was naive to think I could beat you. I'm going to better myself now.
This is the best car in the world. It convinces you that Japan has the best technology everywhere. The Celsior is one of the finest sedans ever to come out of Toyota. Luxurious and classy on the one hand, quiet and powerful on the other, with terrifying performance. It's a lot like me. I wouldn't have a chauffeur driving it for me. This is one of those cars that I want to drive personally. I really love to drive this car.
Cool story, bro, but nobody asked.
Sports cars, front wheel drive, naturally. The RX-7. I get emotional just thinking about the sheer power that comes out of that sequential twin turbo high RPM rotary engine. And then there's those uniquely stylish, almost liquid body lines. Plus it's got a low center of gravity. Its weight is equally balanced front and rear, which means it really handles well too. When it turns, it really turns sharp. It's the ultimate sports car.
Okay, that doesn't help much to my situation. Okay, Garage Haruho, we cannot race you. We need to be full tuned. However, Moe on the other hand, an FD and a Supra. Professor Logic, Black Zero Fighter. Oh, I thought this guy's a chick.
Ah! At last! The time has come to prove myself! Come and race me anytime you like!
Sweet monkey dicks. I thought this guy was a chick because of the sticker! Oh! This is in your racing mode! Okay, so this new racing mode has... What just happened? What was that? Is anybody gonna explain what that green stuff was? There it is again. Stop! Stop with the flashy. It's distracting. Okay, I can see that the suspension is working. I am drifting less and understeering less now. I said stop! What is that filter? Yamaro! Ah! Stop it! No! Okay, so we now have point-to-point races that aren't SP battles. Stop it! So the point of this one is... Stop! Let me finish! So the point of this one now is that you have to get to the finish line before your rival. Stop! Is the outer loop this broken? Oh! How could you be my perfect theory of street race? Oh my god, this man read initial D from cover to cover. Next one. Black Zero Fighter. You must be... you are a dude. Now, which way should I approach this particular race? I can't wait to find out. And you are... SP Battle. Hey, but I can see that he is sporting the Ari Amemiya wing. I should I need to map the horn to somewhere else. Yes, I have to contend with the green slob that's splattering all over my face. Okay, I think that takes care of Team Moe. I know there's just two of you. Street racing is cool. I mean, you can have the ultimate strategy and technique and still lose if luck goes against you. Yeah, I kinda know that already, bro. Gothic Path, a skyline. Jesus Christ, you're all geeks! So, you're the street racer who eliminated my team. That's a real problem for me. You're doing stuff like that because all we're trying to do is have ourselves a good time out there. So if you get in the way again, I'm gonna have to shut you down. Bro, they could have just declined. They accepted the race. That is not my problem anymore. Time attack battle. I swear, their team sticker was absolutely distracting. Wait, hold up. A full mind's cowl body. Yamazaki? Raymond Yamazaki, you're a nerd? You're a geek? You have an Oshi? They just have to outcorner you and block you. Okay. Get out of my way, Lightning Angel! Yeah, he's good, but I dare say I cannot take him seriously with that team sticker. And the fact we're racing a GTR this early is both cool, weird, and scary all at the same time. Well, that's one team down. And now time to deal with the last team. Hey! What's going on here? All of a sudden you turn into a real player! This is news to me! I can't take these guys seriously. But if I leave the parking area, can I go to Ginza, PA? Oh, pfft. What? I was not even Okay, so we're doing this now! I thought we're gonna meet up first and then race you! I just wanted to go to the parking area and beat the next guy! I didn't ask for a boss fight! Oh, pfft, he crashed. Well, unfortunately, Bloodhound was pretty easy. Give me 1 million. 2 million.
You clearly showed me what you can do. I admit, I didn't recognize you. I can hardly believe that you're that same loser who challenged me before. I guess my perceptions aren't all that reliable after all. Racing you put me in the mind of King Speed. The legendary street racer who used to be the fastest driver in the metro. I wonder what he's doing these days. It's been 3 years since he quit street racing. The metro's a whole different place now. You might be able to bring out your full potential, but there's no point in wishing about what might have been. You'll have to find your own way to the top.
Okay, so we're getting extra lore.
Say, you have been over to Shibuya Route 3 yet? What you need now is experience. Show your face over there wouldn't be a bad idea.
Thanks, I guess. Huh? Oh, this is so Kaido battle. That explains a lot. Super damn. I hate my bad name so much. Alright, Muffler level 3 is available. Clutch level 3 is available. Sticker of Moe. Bloodhound. And Engine level 3. Brake level 3. Shibuya 3 is accessible. The sticker Bloodhound is now available. But you know, before we end this, we have to clean up shop and go to... No, I do not want to go Shibuya. Give me... Shiodome. We need to meet up with the leader of the last team that we just faced. Yeah, this guy. Fantastic Phoenix of Changing Stage. We still can't fight you, unfortunately.
You're the one, aren't you? You're the street racer who's been tormenting my writers and editors, right? I'm just not a big enough sucker to take that kind of treatment lying down. I'm taking you out. For the honor of my magazine and my team. I'll write it up big in the next month's issue. Fantastic Phoenix runs riot on C1 Loop.
Not gonna lie, that is actually a good title for a magazine. Right, last race of the night. The team leader of Changing Stage. But me having able to beat Bloodhound, I don't expect you to be hard. I'm trying to be absolutely careful here and not drive like an ass. Okay, as expected, he is easy. Oh god, yes, that was cool. Okay, that finishes everything in the C1 nighttime. And we'll just end the day and we're gonna end this video.
No way, I lost. You're pretty good. Give me a scoop sometime. I'll do a 10-page cover feature on the shooting star of the C1 loop. Pretty good, wouldn't you say? One thing though, the fact that you beat me stays off the record.
Yeah, I'm gonna add that in if I do an article. Okay, now that that's settled, let us head home. And I think I'm kinda good for this. Okay, stickers now available. Now we shall save. Now, my first thoughts. I love the fact that we're mixing elements from both Kaido Battle and Shutokou Battle all into one game. And I know that this was the last game that Genki did before they went through their entire hiatus arc with regards to game development. And I am also aware that they are now back with the 2025 reboot of Tokyo Xtreme Racer. Though it's still appalls and funny to me that they did not acknowledge Import Tuner Challenge or Shutokou Battle X when they did the backtracking of previous Shutokou Battle titles. And they stopped at 3 and then they ended the promotion video. But that will not stop me from going through the lore of this game. So for the time being, I'm kinda good enough with the progression here. And knowing old Genki fashion, I know there's gonna be like 2 waves before we get to endgame. So wave 1, I'll have Daiki do all of this. And then once wave 2 happens, I don't know how that's going to happen. I know there is no Wangan line here, no Yokohane, because for a sole fact, Ubisoft does not care about Yokohane. So we're only going to be unlocking the following areas: C1, Shinkanjo, and Route 3 Shibuya. And I think Ikebukuro is next as well. But we've yet to find that. For the time being though, if you like what you see here, and I am going to continue this as well throughout 2025's early quarter. If you like what you see, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe if you haven't. If there's anything that you'd like to add to up the quality of this video, you know what, I will say it right now, I'm going to import the C1 Grand Prix music into this premiere, into this playthrough, alright? Which would also mean I would be recording my audio separately. For this one, I let it merge in on my OBS. So expect next part to have better production quality than this one. Anyway, that's it from me, and I will see you guys in the next part.